Tory Lanez was stabbed after
Gotta let his man transition. Go ahead.
allegedly making claims about another man's wife.
Part two. Tory Lanez
That's
gets
what it
stabbed
was.
in jail.
Yeah.
Part two. In prison,
In
rather.
prison, yeah, because we spoke about it
Because
last.
jail is not prison. Everybody be calling R. Kelly in jail. He not in jail. He in
He's in
prison.
Yeah,
prison.
prison gets you a lot. Like, yeah, it's different. But yeah. So yeah, that man is he's been stabbed. So now that is the reason for making claims about another man's wife.
I
So,
I
so
I
I'll just tell you what happened. So apparently during visitation, this man
Drugs.
whose wife would come and visit him, he's never getting out of jail. I think he's in jail for double murder and like some pedophilia stuff going on too. So he's never getting out. So his wife would come and visit, and Tory Lanez allegedly said to him one day, your wife likes black men. She keeps staring at me, da 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 da. Something along those lines. And of course, it led to him getting stabbed 14 times and getting rushed to the hospital.
I think the craziest part about this entire story is the day he got stabbed, somebody came out and said, "Yeah, it wasn't him that shot. It
Yeah,
wasn't. It wasn't him that shot Megan Stallion. It was my gun."
But I've only been
yeah,
hearing about that for the past 3 years. I'm like, why isn't this catching wind like that? This is not
yeah.
the first time that has been
Yep.
said. This is his security guard who they didn't have on the stand come out and say it. But here's the thing: it don't matter if he shot her or not.
Technically, it would.
No, technically, go ahead. I love it. I'm gonna win
Because
this one.
no, you probably will. But my whole point in this is if they would have actually, like, whoever actually shot, right? Because at this point we in agreement it wasn't Tory, right? Whoever
Mm-hmm.
actually shot confessed to it and sat up there, right? Because I
Mm-hmm.
get what you're saying. It don't matter because he was just going to go to jail anyway. But if they would have done it that way, he would have never been in the jail to look at that dude's wife and then have that interaction.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
you
I ain't.
circling back.
Yeah,
You
you
doing a
coming
full
back there.
circle. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying it doesn't matter if he shot her or not. He's guilty of everything that he's guilty of all of the charges
Okay.
because and I agree with Tory where he says that he had an incompetent counsel. You know what I mean? Like where they weren't up to par. No, they weren't. They were fighting something that wasn't even the charges. Like I'm like, are y'all getting y'all information from social media? These are not the charges. These are not the things that he's been charged with.
Hmm.
He's been charged with use of a firearm. You not registered. You not from this country. You're not allowed to have a gun regardless. You know what I mean? So he wasn't on trial for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. He was
Nah.
on trial for shooting a firearm, period. For
Yep.
being in possession of one, period. That was his gun. Even if he didn't shoot it, it was his gun.
Right.
You're going down for that. You're from Canada. And the gun went off in California. There's 3 states that we know of that do not play about guns. That is New York, New Jersey, and you guessed it, California.
Yeah.
You did these things. This is what you. So while you over here saying I ain't shooter, this and that happened, and all that, you proving the case that is at hand. You proving the charges because that's what you was on trial for, and your legal team did you an extreme disservice. So yeah. The people can come in there and say, or the security guard can come in and say he ain't shooter. It's like, all right, well, thank you for that information, sir. It's good to know. He'll be glad. I'm sure he'll give you a little something when he get out in 10 years.
My whole thing is if you were having because the trial it wasn't like a quick trial, right? It you didn't know in the first couple sessions of talking to your lawyer if they're good or not. I'd have just called Snoop and be like, "Yo, what lawyer did you have? Because I need to get I need to get out of this situation."
Right.
Mm.
All
Mm-hmm.
jokes aside, all that money he could have gotten away with whatever the case was,
Mm-hmm.
because nobody died.
Chris Brown paid for his lawyer fees, and so he wasting Chris Brown money. They get up on stage. They get up on. They put him. They were like, so when he fired the firearm, I'm like, that's all we needed.
Yeah.
Whose gun was this? It was his. Who fired it? He fired it. And da da da. Where is he from? He from Canada. Okay, hook, line, sinker. Gotcha. We could do all of the rigmarole. You know what I mean? We got you the first day.
Yeah, again, just poor. Like, it's not what you know; it's what you can prove, right? Like, if you can,
And they proved it.
and they proved it.
The dude with the ring camera was like, a gun went off. This dude was in the vicinity. He firing stuff off like this. So like, even if he didn't shoot her, he shot up in the air. He shot warning shots.
Yeah,
They was like, oh
That's-
yeah, his gun was his DNA was nowhere near on. I'm like, okay, but he admitted to doing certain things that like. Good
Yeah.
job to the defense team or to the prosecution. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because Megan Thee Stallion, him shooting Megan Thee Stallion, that had nothing to do. You know what I mean? Like,
with the actual case. Yeah.
that was not the case that
Yeah.
they would fight. Which is absolutely ridiculous on his lawyer's part. I'm like, did y'all look at the
The charges.
yeah. But yeah, back to old boy. Yeah, stabbed him up 14 times. Tory gonna make it through. Leave people's wives alone, especially when they ain't got nothing to lose.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
If I'm
when a wife is all they got and they gonna be in there the rest of their life.
That's right.
This was a bad move. And this is why I be saying, I just wish he would be quiet sometime. So we don't have to worry about him no more. I used to be in there. I'm like, man, I hope you silly. I'm like, I hope that man okay. I hope he's okay in jail. I hope he's okay in prison. He in prison, threatening and telling people off who got double life sentences. He doing A-okay.
Yeah, he said, when I get out of here, I'm gonna be with your wife. That's wild.
He did say that. He did say that.
That's
Allegedly.
wild.
Insane.
That's a brave man.
Insane.
He doing you doing A-okay. You dropping albums and stuff in prison, telling people off in prison, talking about you gonna steal their wife in prison.
In prison.
You
Yeah,
doing okay.
That's crazy.
That's a classic case of F around and find out.
That's when you think you're not tangible and can't be touched. That's
How you still
That's
think
not
you
good.
can't be touched and you in prison for 10 years?
yeah. That's insane, man.
Cause he can sing. I told you, bro. If you
Can
can
he
sing,
sing? He's talented. I'll say
Yeah.
that. He is talented. He could write a song. And yeah, the boy, he is talented for sure.
musically gifted. I'll say it that way.
Yeah, man.
But how you not have your wits about you like I'm in this. Like they
'Cause it's
tell
not
me
real.
they tell me lights out every night. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sheesh.
It's not. But like, and this is my assumption about what's going on. I could be wrong, right? Because I have a brother that's been in the California prison system. So like, their version of jail is gonna be different if you got money and you're in jail.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, it's a different ride for everybody, and that's just how life is in general. So I feel like he just was like, oh, like, yeah, they tell me, I'm not free, but I'm not like the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then he found out that the ground is much closer than you think.
Mm-hmm.
So
14 times.
yep,
Mexican dude, it looked like.
yeah, they don't really like black people.
Like straight up, like one of them dudes from like the movies. Like look just like tatted up all over.
telling you, cholos, you got, especially in prison, everybody kind of stays with their own. So why would you say something like that? That's crazy. So not only did your legal team not prep, you did no prep for your
No.
situation.
Yeah. Sheesh.
I like that circle back. That's good. Not only did your legal team do no prep, hey, talk about no prep, man.